All right, we're here with Daniel Fuller and Coach U after a big win for the Bruins, big region win as they defeat Trinity Baptist 74-65. Coach, I know earlier in the season, this is our only region loss, and I know a big emphasis for you coming into this game was just us taking care of the basketball. We had like 27 turnovers the first time we played, and how do you think we did in that particular area tonight?
We had 8 tonight, and they were only 8, which is good. Obviously, that's significantly better. But some of those 8 came when we were on a run, and we kind of killed our own run with a couple of those turnovers. And that's not, I don't want to focus on the negative, but that is something that can really help us. And that's just that simple thing can help us extend those runs. We got up to 10 or 12, and we could have been 16, 18, or 20 going into halftime. And we had another run in the second half, and we could have done the same thing. And we need that margin to cushion a little bit. Obviously, when it gets down to crunch time, if you have that big of a lead, it really helps you. So I was proud of the improvement in the turnovers because they're quick and athletic, just like Johnson and Will. So it wasn't really that much easier tonight. They did a better job of that. And we'll have Daniel in here. He had a game high 23 points. We talked this week about you can still have a good game even if your shots aren't going down, and he was able to do that at times when a shot wasn't going down. But his teammates are doing a really good job of finding him, and they know the spots on the court where he likes to shoot, and that's just part of playing together now. You don't get that first semester. There's not enough time to play together, but we have that now, and it's really fun to watch.
You guys, the Eagles battled back there, particularly at halftime. So what does it say about a team to be able to take that kind of a run and then come out and really play well? And I think they took the lead maybe once the rest of the game. But for us to be able to make those shots that we needed to down the stretch, to get the defensive stops that we needed to down the stretch, what does it say about, let's be honest, a really young team still?
Yeah, something I don't know that I would say to the team in the locker room, but right now they are exceeding everybody else's expectations, but I don't think they're exceeding their own expectations. We don't focus on the scoreboard, and I say that when we're losing by 50 at Gardner-Webb or when we're winning by 20. We don't focus on the scoreboard. We focus on winning plays and doing the effort and the execution that it requires. And just keeping that philosophy of it's all a process. Every day we just do what we do to the best of our ability and let the chips fall where they may. And you're starting to see the benefit of that. And I really am proud about how everybody's bought in. We're starting to have more guys in double figures, and that's something that I've always wanted on my teams. I don't ever like us to have one huge leading scorer, then everybody else was 6 or 8. And we've done a really good job of spreading the wealth here second semester.
Daniel, talk about the defensive effort that we had tonight. Obviously, you had a big game with 23 points, but again, especially that second half, we came up with a lot of key defensive stops, key defensive rebounds to be able to eventually seal off the win.
Yeah, I thought we just had, at times, really good intensity, just getting up in people's faces. We knew where the shooters were. Didn't always do a great job of finding them, but we knew where they were, and we were really intense, going for every loose ball. Coach Miller challenged us before the game to have a certain amount of rebounds, and guys really took the challenge, went all out. We're scrappy, got rebounds. That was really good.
As you guys came into this one, I know, again, you guys remember being down at Jacksonville, and the way that we played and yet to play so poorly and only lose by 7, I know that had to be a motivation coming into tonight to rectify that.
Oh, absolutely, because we knew how much better we could have played against Jacksonville. Against Trinity down in Jacksonville. We knew we could have played so much better. We knew we shouldn't have lost that game. And so we really just wanted to, I know my own mindset coming out tonight was just to prove that we were better than them, that we could beat them. And I really did not want to go away losing twice to a team that I knew we were better than.
Coach, going from this one, obviously we're winding down the season here, and a lot of tough games coming up, but the one nearest in the future is just a little bit of time away tomorrow as we go up to North Greenville University, another tough matchup for us, and particularly tough because we play so late in the evening tonight and then have to play at noon tomorrow.
Well, that's a tournament setting, and we're going to have to do that in a region tournament, and we make it to the national tournament, we'll have to do that. And that's fine. That's part of basketball at this level, is having to have a quick turnaround. And I view it this weekend kind of as a mini tournament, and tomorrow's a championship. And if you view it that way, when you're actually in that situation, if we get there to that in the region tournament, we can look back at this weekend and say, hey, we've been here before. we had a win last night. Let's go ahead and win the championship today. And I like to just frame things that way. And, you know, North Greenville is the type of team that we would face in a region championship. They have the similar talent, similar athleticism and shooting and all of that. So I think it's a pretty apt analogy for tomorrow.
All righty. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.